Welcome back to Oberschwaben on Farming Simulator 25. Thanks for joining me here again. Episode number 5. So, back-to-back recordings the last time. Thank you very much to all of you who took the time to comment and have a little chat with me about a few different things. Especially on the sort of gaming PC side of things. I'm still very undecided. But deep down I know I definitely want to future-proof the machine. So budget option isn't really going to suit what I want, and things might get a bit complicated if I try and split the machines between the mini Mac or the Mac Mini, whatever it's called, and another system. I sort of want to put it all onto one happy shop and just keep it all quite simple. Since the last episode, obviously we put the cows in. I need to move the two babies across at some point and sort that out, but we'll do that shortly. I have mowed this one field. I also leased this beast to get rid of the trees. However, I've gotten rid of the tree that was here, put in the little path that'll just link up into the road by there. Just kind of stole a little bit of the field. The issue is that stump over there, these sort of stumps that run between the fields, like that one there, the one that's in front of the fence at the moment, if I just run past here, that one there, it doesn't work on them. So it's obviously they're like a collision in game as if it's a building. I don't think, I'm sure I tested this. Let me just go into demolish mode. Yeah, I can't highlight them to get rid of them anyway, and I can't do any sort of ground change to them to get rid of them either, which is a touch frustrating. Good timing to be up here though. I did purchase the Sam's front mower as well, just to make our life a little bit easier. So I don't know, I mean, I could leave them in, couldn't I suppose, and just plow around them to create the fields, and we'll just have a bit of a weird, so, you know, I guess you're dealing with a pole. If anyone knows on console of a way of getting rid of these off the map, please let me know. I can't find anything online. I can't find anything on Reddit. So I'm guessing if you want to combine the fields, you just kind of gonna lump it really and deal with the random things that are there, because that's another one there, isn't it? Yeah, frustrating that, because I mean, it just makes perfect sense, wouldn't it? You got that thing there as well. I don't know like how many collisions are on these things. Like the big manhole cover things, I'm sure I've driven through those. But anyway, I mean, we could still see there's one right by there as well. I mean, worst case scenario, I guess we combine this field into that one to make, you've got the extra little bit at the end, maybe. It just, you know, it'd be so much easier if I could bring it up here rather than, I guess I have to go around this stupid thing. But yeah, so so that's where we're at. Fast run out of daylight though. Right, I tell you what we do need to do before we do anything else is get rid of this thing, because it's just gonna rinse us on the money. What else we leased? Oh, and that was the other thing as well. So where are we? If I jump over to here, where did I put them all? Don't tell me oh no, they're on the trailer, but there. Idiot. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I've got a bunch of these things. So we got the new JCB over by here for the universal bucket, just to increase the size on that. We'll be keeping that one. We've got All Faithful already on the Kubota over there, so that's the one to beat. And then we just got a bunch of different sort of bale spikes. The pallet fork, I got rid of the one that we had for this one, because this one has also got the straps on it, and then these guys, I just want to give them a bit of a trial, so we'll see what that's all about. Question is, what do we do with this grass now? Do we mow the other field quickly, work into the dark, and then do some hay and silage, I suppose? Yeah, come on, let's just get on with it. At least then it's mowed, isn't it? And we're, even if we go into another month, then it's not the end of it. It's already going to start growing back. We need to then roll it as well and do all that sort of good stuff. That's the other issue, is I mean, you won't be able to, I don't want to waste a growth stage rolling it, I guess. So maybe we won't look to roll it. Maybe we'll actually just properly fertilize it. What are you doing, bud? No collision there. Good. So yeah, so that's that. So real time, we are now Sunday the 20th of April. Had my first of my 2 weeks done on my residential course on my way. So nice to be away in like terms of like I can still do the editing. It all worked. The TV in my room was diabolically small. So luckily, I decided, because I'm a bit of a loser, to take a monitor with me just in case. And you know, you get some funny looks, don't you, when you walk through a hotel with a monitor, but it is what it is, and I'm pretty thick-skinned. So yeah, luckily got that all set up still, and that was fine. So I could just jump between the two HDMI. So it was a good job then, really, in terms of recording, because I wasn't ever going to be able to do that. So trying to get the recordings done. New episode of Riverbend went out yesterday. Yeah, decent amount of views. Not many likes. So I'll have a little think about that one. One dislike, but never an explanation as usual. But I get that. Just look at the darkness now falling on us. So, and I've already recorded the next episode. Had an absolute nightmare with it though. Just nightmare trying to. I've obviously set everything back up, but I must not have set up things properly. Then my head just wasn't in it, and I've ended up I must have done at least 20 minutes. And thankfully, I got interrupted, and so I had to restart the recording. Why is it? That was weird. That was me, I guess. Yeah, I had to restart the recording because I got interrupted. So I'd stopped it, went back to check the recording to see what where I'd gotten up to, and realised that for whatever reason, and I literally just restarted the system. That was the only fix I could find for it, because I couldn't find a setting that I'd done wrong. So something had happened. The game audio stopped coming through on OBS on the recording. So it had the microphone and me chatting away, but it hadn't recorded any game audio. So luckily I got interrupted and stopped, because otherwise I would have done like a hour and a half, 2 hours of recording all for nothing, and probably jumped on and saved the game, and it would have been a nightmare. So yeah, but then on top of that, then I had another nightmare, because I then did another 20 minutes of recording and forgot to press record the second time. So that was fun, and that time I had saved it. So yeah, it isn't my best work, I gotta be honest. So intrigued to see what the editing of that this week will end up looking like and sounding like. Palaney, I was gonna knock it on the head. I'd sort of made the decision to kind of come away from there after the update, that it was just gonna take me too much time and effort. Why fold that away? Come on now. Yeah, it was just going to be far too much time and effort to do a new save and everything. And as ridiculous as it sounds, I just missed the map too much. Straight away, I was really like wanting to play it, because I sort of, even though it's a technical series, I use it as my offline map. So that's what I kind of play through when I'm not playing the roleplay series or this. So I was just like, well, I'm going to have to do something. So I spent the best part of 6 hours getting my Palaney map on a new save back up to where the old one had gotten to, through, you know, I could do it a lot easier through bigger machines and things like that, and kind of the silo. So just about made it all even, and got it there. So yeah, I will do an episode on that as well. I just want to check, where is on the other side, are you? Over there. I'm guessing in the other shed. I'll check. Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Just wondering, should we just do all of it? Open that up. Here we go. And then is this going to be the same now? I'm going to have to do like... Yeah. Right. I think... No. 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 Is this one different then? Well, that's ridiculous. So that one you can stand on in front of. Alright, nice one. Do we do all hay or all silage? I'm tempted just to do all silage and it gives us a bit of money. And then we could do hay on the next one. I think that might be easier. See what whoa! I nearly drove off the rocks because I wasn't paying attention, idiot. I tell you what I might do as well is I might put it in the clamp this time. I normally bale everything. I'm a bit annoyed about that baler that I bought. Can't remember who commented. Was it Andrew? I think. Or don't I? Yeah, for a big size baler. To only do the small bale sizes is quite frustrating, so I might take the hit on that and swap it out. I mean, this isn't a particularly, like, you know, realistic playthrough, so... What am I doing? I'm not doing hay? Oh, can you tell I'm tired? Sorry. Idiot. Got it on the brain. That's the other thing I find as well is it's quite entertaining where I get really confused with like remembering what I'm doing on what series. So I've almost got too much Farming Simulator going on at the moment. And I keep getting myself all confused. Now then, I've got an audio issue. So I'm going to stop the recording and I'll come back very shortly and explain what's going on. Really sorry about that. So you heard it yourselves because I just checked the recording and it was still there. I'm going to pause this because I don't want to lose any more game time whilst I talk this through with you guys, because someone out there must understand what is going on. PS5 Pro through to my Elgato HDX60 capture card. It has never done it before, and the last maybe month or so it keeps freezing on like a tractor noise like that, and it gets just caught up in itself. And it doesn't matter if I close OBS down, restart it, put it into safe mode, bring it back out. I cannot find what is causing that issue where it's catching on a noise and then just repeating it over and over and over and over, and it just overrides everything else. And you heard it then. So if anyone has got any understanding experience in this sort of thing, please help me, because it's becoming quite an issue and quite a frequent issue, and I don't know why. I haven't changed any of the settings. This was happening before I took my stuff apart to go away. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's something to do with the PS5 Pro. I don't know whether it's something to do with the setting has changed in OBS or on the Elgato card. The only thing I can think of is maybe it's happened since I've come back from doing the HDR recordings back to SDR, and I maybe have changed a setting somewhere in amongst all of that I maybe didn't realize. But it's so weird, and I just don't understand it. So yeah, if you any of you out there can try and tell me what their Jeff is going on, I'd be really grateful. And what I gotta do, I'm gonna have to try and be really careful and try and listen out for it, because that took me about 30 seconds, didn't it, or a minute to clock it and hear that it was doing it. And it's, you know, I mean, it's horrible for me, so what it must be like on a recording for you guys is even worse. So I can only apologise. I don't know I don't know what is causing that, but I'm kind of glad it happened on a recording there, in the hope that just someone can help me, because I am absolutely clueless as to what has happened there. Right, I'm going to just get on with this, and I'm not even going to speed cut it or do any of my kind of pretty sort of animations, because it won't look even that good in the dark, so it's kind of worthless. I will roll all of this lot and get it collected, and bring you guys in for a fresh day where it's a bit more visible, and a better watch, I essentially think, so I can work into the night, and then I'll bring you guys back in. So I'll see you in September, where we should be running then still on ×3, but we'll go to 2D, so we might knock it up to ×5 then. Yeah, okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so in September the 1st, I've set the game to run 3-day months and at ×5. So on the basis that it's a touch more realistic, it'll push us through the days a bit quicker, but it gives me that extra day. If it's one too many, I can always turn it off, and it certainly probably will be early doors, but we can just skim over that. A few things. There's me giving it big licks and all confident. Oh yeah, I'll just collect the grass and chuck it in the clamp. We haven't got a chuffing clamp, have we? We don't have one. We've got a machine. It's a bit jittery, this, isn't it? I've had to make a save and come in and out, and I'll explain that in a second. We've got this thing which turns it into hay, but we haven't got any spare straw or wood chips, because I didn't save the wood chips from the tree I cut down, so that's bit me. So I couldn't use that, and yeah, we don't have a clamp. We've got a slurry pit, we've got the manure pit, we haven't got a clamp. There's not really anywhere to put one, to be honest with you. So I've done bales. One of the bales I just gave straight to these guys, just to make sure that they had a bit of food. Then I went down the rabbit hole a little bit with their manure, because when you look at them, it says there, manure, no manure heap nearby. So I'm a bit confused by this. So again, someone, if you can explain it to me. Now, my understanding of it was that if you put in a manure heap, it had to be the silo extension version. It had to be the manure heap extension. But this one then says it needs to be placed next to a barn. So that doesn't work. But then if I go to ones like these, it lets me. It'll just say, yep, no worries, but it won't let me put it in there with them. Which is a shame. I'd have liked to have done that. And then, yeah, terraforming this is just going to be a nightmare. So I don't know if I'm even that bothered about it. I mean, they haven't got straw, so I don't see how they produce manure. But, you know, I don't know. Anyone else tried that? Let me know in the comments, please, what's going on. So I've obviously mowed, rode, and then baled this slot up. So we'll collect these bales very shortly. But the priority at the moment now is going to be dealing with the other fields, especially field number 29 over here. And the reason for that is that we did nothing with it, basically, other than harvest it. So need to really sort this one out. The grass fields now over here need fertilizing, but they've got a state growth, so we'll have to put the solid fert or liquid fert down on top of those, and then all of our other fields are empty and need some work as well, so lots to do. And on top of that, my considerably better half is out with her friends this evening, so I'm home alone with the kids, and the little one woke up whilst I was sorting out the baling. So for those of you that have been here since the very beginning, I used to do my SnowRunner recordings when this one was a proper baby, like we're talking a month old, and every now and then he'd pipe up and make a little noise. Murphy cat loves it, so yeah, Murphy might get a squawk on this. So yeah, if she makes a little noise to introduce herself to you all, guys, I I do apologise, but it's part of being... Well, actually, I don't apologise. It's part of being a dad, isn't it? So, you know, I'm still recording and we're just finding a way around it. So, at the moment, she's nicely cuddled up and asleep. Is stirring, so it won't surprise me if she makes a little noise very shortly. So, right. I think we best get to work and cultivate this field a bit sharpish. And maybe this is the chance to do a nice cinematic cut with a bit of music, eh? Happy days. I think I've put all my settings back on, haven't I? Recentered the screen and everything. Yes, nothing too wrong there. But what was meant to be a kind of 40-minute sort of recording, I mean, this is taking me hours. Honest, this has taken me so long. Right. Anyway, my considerably better half is home. She's got the baby and is feeding her. So happy days. And there's no squawks coming because she did wake up just as I started to do that recording. Oh, I'm going to show you something. I'm intrigued by this and I hadn't spotted it before. Just as I basically hit the button to say, right, okay, I'm going to do the little cinematic. As I kind of came down the main road, directly opposite our farm is another one of our very similar barns to what we already have. And it just looks like a storage barn from what I can tell. But it might be... Whoa, there's a bus stop there, mate. Easy now. Come on, mate. This one. Yeah, it's got lights and I can turn them on and off. But I mean, it doesn't look like it's a clamp or anything because it's not bringing up any options. So I'm guessing it's just another storage shed for us. But I don't know. It would, actually, here would be a nice place to put the clamp, wouldn't it? You know? We have that issue of not manure, please. Where are we? With any of the clamps, let me just try and find a really small one. Nope. Where's the smallest one we got? This little one. No, go away. You can only turn it on the 90 degrees. I remember someone telling me before that there's always been the case, but I know one of the other manure clamps you don't have to do that with. Now, which one it is going to be another thing altogether. But yeah, you definitely, one of them definitely does it where you don't have to turn it on. There we are, manure heap. So that one can do it. As can that one. That's the pig barn one. That's interesting. I wonder if that one would work over here. We did it like really small. What's it overlapping with? Thing is, if I put it there, it's gonna cause. I mean, look at the chaos that's gonna cause in terms of the landscaping. I'd have to flatten all this out and probably put it like that. Maybe would be the best option. So we could drive in off the road and get it, but I don't know if that would work. Right. So let's have a little think about this now. So we've given this field at least some sort of a bit of a starting point with cultivating it. It's gonna need, where are we? It's gonna need fertilizing, double state. So one we got is our seeder isn't a fertilizer, is it? Which is a touch frustrating. That is a tight bend to get that in there, so I don't think we will go with that in there. Maybe just chuck this out the way on the far side. I need to tidy this yard up as well. Ah, lordy. Oh my god. Right, come on. There we go. So we just chuck him back in here quickly. Right, let's share the love out. And let's jump into Fent. I gotta be honest, right? I've never been a Fent fan. Other than the 1050. I am, for whatever reason, in 25, I have really started to enjoy Fents. This is a great tractor. Really like this tractor. There we go. Come on, hook up. Thank you. Right, I've seen. I didn't even think about that, did I? Because it's power hat. Could we have used this right onto the? Why is that not? Come on. Could we just use that straight? Oh, what is this? What's this? Is this just a? Is this a clamp? Or is it just a grain silo? Ah, what on earth? I thought... I'm so confused by this farm. This is to do with a mineral feed. So this is the other side of it. That's the dairy. I'm guessing that's just a silo. But I thought... Oh, I'm so confused. I thought this thing over here was a silo. Because we've got... It's a grain silo. Yeah, we've got 18,000 litres of grain in there. Don't know. Right, so let me just check this, because I'm never very good at remembering which way around all this stuff works. So this is, right, the horse Credo 3 and the horse Versa. So if we go into the shop, into seeding, Credo 3, cultivator. Ah, what? I'm a bit confused. This is what we've got, isn't it? Horse Credo 3, horse Versa. Or is it a mod version? Anyway. Where's our front weight? That does look like it's a little heavy, doesn't it? Okay. Let's just pop on the front so you can spot the weight and grab it. Then we'll fill this up. We have got a weight, haven't we? I'm not dreaming that now, as well as everything else. There it is. There she is. Come on. There we go. That'll just help things out a little bit. How are the cows doing for food? Those guys are fine. And you've got 9,000 litres of TMR. So we'll do another one before the end of the day. But they should be fine. Unlucky chicken. Squish for you, I'm afraid. Right. Let's fill you up with seed. Nice. Probably had some seed kicking around now on the farm over there. I can see it. How annoying. And this is it. See, I forget what I've got on different saves. But hey ho. Matters not. Now my plan is I'm going to put the worker on for this. The frustrating thing is I'm guessing if this has got the built-in cultivator and seeder, then I didn't have to cultivate any of that, did I? I'm guessing I could have just run this, but then why would they give you a cultivator on the map as well? Amongst your starting equipment. That doesn't make a massive amount of sense to me. Right, auto worker, yeah, you'll be fine. We definitely want this as a wheat field. Off you go. Good, let you sort your own life out. Meanwhile... Nope, leave that alone. Leave it alone, thank you. Meanwhile, actually, we don't want this, do we? We want a Kubota, and we're going to try out some of these bale spikes. So, I'm going to look over here. Still got all the straps on them, haven't I? So if I just drop the 140 off there. Whoops. Undo all of these. Right, so lovely. Spot for choice, really, aren't we? I mean, realistically, I don't know if these are even very good. I know when I selected, I tell you what, actually, we'll go with that one. We'll go with the Bale King over there, because that is a dedicated round bale autoloader mod. Thank you. Oh, the Pro Bale and not the Bale King. Right. You could do with a rear weight, couldn't you? Didn't think about that, did I? Never mind. Right, so this is quite a clever one. So if I show the loading trigger, anything that hits in there then is going to get collected. So if we start auto load, nothing else we need to do, is there? Oh, look at that. You can move the trigger. That's really clever. Okay, so you'd have to get really close to it then. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm just going to leave that trigger on just for a second to see what it does. Whoop! Right. I don't like the animation on that. Hide. Ah, now see if I... Just there, we're just going to have to come out a bit, isn't it? Because if I leave it there, they're not going to be able to load, so... I'll tell you what, let's leave it on a second then. See what this one does. Oop! Pops up there like that. Okay. And then if we hide... Why is it not hiding it? Hide loading trigger. Go away. No, I won't do it. So if I stop auto load... Why won't it hide the trigger? Pressing the button, nothing happening. How bizarre. Okay. Maybe you can only do it when there's nothing in it, I guess. Kind of like a weird mod review. Nice, okay. Not affecting us horrifically with the weight. You watch him as he says as he probably tips over. Which one's our side? Which one? This one. Let's see what it does. Now then, if I stop auto load, move you forward, drop you down, unload bales. Now then, can I? There we are. So it has to be off. Okay, that's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Alright, okay. Quick little go at that one. Let's try this one out then. This is just the lizard bale spike, I think it's called. This one, is it? Or they've both just called that lizard hydraulic bale fork. Alright, let's see how this one works then. Give this a little go. I don't know how many this will hold, to be honest with you. Right, that's what it's got. I don't know about bales, I'll have to try it with the ones in storage for the other ones, but that's okay. So nothing to turn on here. It's not an auto load, so I'm just going to just do that. So is it not gonna? Ah. There's definitely a collision there, so I'm guessing what it wants me to do is at least 5,000 litres, aren't they? I'm guessing we'd have to, if I step away from it a little bit. Anything with these sort of dual axle, whatever they're called, vehicles, it's quite tricky to get things lined up. Same like the wheel loaders in there. Right, so in you go. So what's the point of you then? I don't... Don't really know what that's gonna keep the top ones in place, is it? If I was to put these two on top of another two, back it off and go on there, I guess that's what the whole point of it is. I'm not going to be able to pick this one random one up now, am I? Guess I probably could if I line this up. Close enough. Right, okay, there we are. So it's that extra spike is piercing it and just holding it in place a little bit better. Okay, not terrible. So good for your realism. You know, if you want to go that way with the game, look at the difference in height I've done there. Can you tell I'm not very good at this? Actually, I'm not very good at the game, I know that, but is there any manure getting loaded into this thing? No. Where's my... They're all on. Interesting. There's nothing being generated from you. Do I have to go and muck out manure? I know, I gotta move you. I know. Whoops. Hello. Right. Is that manure? It is. 882 litres. So you've got all your straw in there. So I've got to manually muck that out, have I? Oh, we'll give that a go now. Hang on. Once we've gotten rid of these bales. Perfect opportunity to use the JCB bucket. Now then, how do I get the top one off? Oh, like that. It just will slide up. Oh, no. Yeah, well, that's me. That's my issue, not the bale forks issue. Go away. Down. There we go. I'll tidy you up in a bit. Right, okay. Yeah, good for realism. I'm not sure that's going to be of much use to me on this playthrough. Let's try the manure whilst we're here then. Whoops. Come on. Hook up. There we go. So this has got 2,000 litre capacity, so it should be absolutely perfect for what we're about to go and do, because if it was only 800 litres, I think it said, wasn't it, for the manure? This might be the first one that I'm aware of that you muck it out. Which, if that's the case, this is cool. So I do like that. I like the idea of having to go into the barn. Yes, look at this. It's a bit weird with the animation. It might be better if I just go that way with it. Anything left, girls? No, you're all good. Tell you what, I'll go through that one and we'll close this one. So we just drive through, straight in and out. Note to self in the future, come through this one and it'll be a bit easier. He says getting stuck in the gate. I mean, the only thing is obviously such tight space that you're running through the cows, so not particularly realistic in that sense, I guess, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Right, close that. This is tight as well, isn't it? Am I going to get through there? Oh, I might do if I was aimed a little bit better. Right, okay, there we are. So, if I now take this over to here, and this one's also got the open hatch feature on it. So if I come by there and whoop, dump that out by there, and does it show me anywhere? No. Does it tell me that? No. So let's just go full test on this. We now jump into the Landini and hook up to our manure trailer. Whoa! Wasn't paying any attention. Nailed off my kit across the farm. Why is that not hitting the trigger then? Why is that not registering anywhere? You first need to fill the tool. You've got a trigger. I'm not quite getting something here, unless that's just the dump point, I guess. Is it? Is that what it's saying? That if I dump it there rather than collect from there, I'm getting it the wrong way around. Yeah, it's got to be on an arrow down. Yeah, it's the same as this one, so it's not a collection trigger. My bad. So you can store it all here. Let's close that back up. If I want to get it out of here, I'm going to have to scoop it. Slightly better than that. Oh, that's interesting. Try that. There we go. It's a fine margin, isn't it? The getting everything off the deck. So yeah, I just have to scoop it all up and then take it over to our muck spreader. Look at that. Nice. Okay, that's not the end of the world, is it? So right, and in terms of bale spikes, then all I've got to do is just check out this one, which one's this? This is the Lizard M20. Rightio. So maybe I'll tidy that up off camera with the tidy the bales that I've allegedly put away very badly in there. Maybe I'll use that to sort this slot out. But other than that, we've got our guy putting our wheat in over here. I say guy, is it Jane or John? Let's have a look. Jane girl, apologies. Hello there. Yeah, so that's cool. So we're going to have to fertilise that, and then I'm going to have to decide. I think I'll probably put another field of oats in here. So can I go for crop by there and there? And then these one that can become grass, and that one can become grass as well. I think that's probably the best way to go for the first couple of years. If any of you guys can answer my questions around getting rid of these things, if it's even remotely possible, then please let me know. I don't think it's going to be, because even those things I'm not going to be able to get rid of, am I? He says, without testing it. Why is the land not on my meat? Oh, the other land wasn't. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Can't even draw on it. No, nothing I can do about that. So yeah, combining the fields probably isn't actually an option, which is really disappointing. I quite like doing that little... it's not a trick as such, but it's definitely something that's worth having a go at in there. But there we are. So I think we'll call it a day there. I've absolutely no idea how long this episode is. It could be 40 odd minutes, could be close to 60. So apologies, guys. I'm not going to be able to do a back-to-back one because it's now 20 past 11 at night, but I'll try and do a recording on the bank holiday Monday, and then I'll get these edited, and they'll be out on Tuesday, which will be the 22nd, and then Thursday the 24th. I'll try and drop a Palani map this week as well, just to catch you up on the challenge series. But as always, if you are still here and you haven't already done so, please do give this video a like and a subscribe. It's a massive way to help the channel. Thank you to everyone who's been over to Ko-fi to sign up then onto the Discord as members and open up the server. Can't thank you enough for that. It's a real nice little group that we got over there at the moment. Really interactive, so thank you for that. That support is incredible, and I can't explain how grateful I am for it. But until next time, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.